Hey everyone, how's it going? Can you see me? I don't think so. You should be seeing me now. Uh, yeah. Oh, there you are. Hi everyone, how's it going? How you doing? Hi everyone. Oh, let me see. Oh my God, someone is a Clash of Clans person. Yeah, I'm more a Clash Royale person to be honest. But oh my God, why it looks so laggy? Is it me or like my camera is like super laggy, I think. Let me just open this right now. I think it's some StreamYard stuff. But let me know if like you can see me right or if it's my camera or if it is something from my side. But yeah, I think it looks super laggy like right now. But yeah, also like this filter is not working correctly. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? Welcome again to another Global Hack Week. So nice to see you, everyone, again. Uh, I don't think Green Yoshi is here or 404. I think it's already too late for them. Usually I'm on like 6 p.m. Oh my god, my camera is also dying again. Is it dying so much? Yeah, right now you should be seeing me. Um, okay. I'm doing so fine, Dan. How's it going? I hope that everyone is like doing super good. Like your first day has been not. Is it today like your first day? Is it? No, it's already like 12 p.m. already. The 12 a.m. already, right? Like 00. So it is the second day, and this should be like the first stream of the second day. So let me see what everyone said about your favorite games. Oh my god, we have Clash of Clans persons. We have also Clash Royale persons. CS:GO. Oh my god. So Shradi, are you a Karambit person or you prefer like always hunting knives? Doom, like which Doom? Like Doom 3D, classic Doom, or like the new Doom? I missed Rust session with Soul Slipper from India. I hope to. Oh my god! Don't worry about it. Like all the sessions are recorded on our Twitch channel, and you can access super easily just going to the record to the videos or past stream sections. I think I don't know if it is called like records or something like that, but don't worry about that. Squad Busters. I don't know anything about Squad Busters, but let me just Google that. Squad Busters. Oh my! Oh, I know. I know this one. Is it good? I know that it's a mix of Brawl Stars with something else, right? I've never played to be honest. I played Brawl Stars, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, but never this one. I think this is new. But anyway, I think it has like all the like it is like a Super Smash Bros. It is not a Super Smash Bros, but it is like a remix of all Supercell's games, right? Like all characters of Supercell's games are there. Oh my God, is it Destiny is still alive? Like are the persons still playing Destiny? Like I didn't know that. Oh my God. It's midnight here in Mexico is 10 p.m. 9 p.m. But yeah, oh my God, good morning. Where are you from, Brahma? Like, are you from India? Are you from Pakistan? Some other part there? Like, are you from Egypt or something like that? Morning, anyone currently bachelor degree in engineering? Like, who's an engineer right now? Okay, so we have a lot of folks. So, where are you from? Like, if you're here in the chat, please type where are you from. I want to know where our hackers are watching us from. Um, I'm still reading GTA 5. Is there is oh my god, like is the GTA community still alive? I know that there are a lot of servers who play a lot like GTA role play servers, but I don't know that if GTA is still thing are there still like servers like for GTA Online or something like that? Halo, like which Halo are you playing? Are you playing Halo Reach, Halo Infinite, Halo Master Chief Collection? Which Halo are you playing currently? Um, uh, 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 Does the Rust session help you cover the basics before any code? Which one is the Rust version section? Like I know that there are some persons talking about Rust, but I don't know if we're going to watch some Rust today. Oh my God, they are karambit all the way. That's so iconic. Like karambits are like the most iconic knives. I think they're more iconic than butterfly knives. But let me know if you think the same. Is there not Pokemon players? Which Pokemon are you playing currently? FIFA. Oh my God, are there FIFA players currently? I know that the most recent one is not called FIFA. It is called FC Sports 24 or something like that, or FC Football 24 something like that. Hey, I don't know anything about Next.Js. I know Flutter. Should I follow? Yeah, please just say if you don't know anything about Next.js, but you want to learn something about Next.js. And what I'm talking about learning is learning from basics. Like today in this session, we're going to touch a lot of basics, like from TypeScript, we're going to touch HTML, CSS, rendering, JSX, and things like that that are basics for understanding what are we going to do in the next two sessions, because this is going to be a series of three sessions. So don't worry about everything. So you don't need to take care of something of being an expert on web development or something like that. All the things we're going to be learning today are the basic stuff. So if you don't want to be bored with learning again TypeScript or learning again JavaScript or things like that, don't worry about it. We're going to touch the basics. But if you do care, like this is going to be a boring session for you, maybe come to the next session because we're going to touch a lot of basics, like from HTML, from JSX, from React, and things like that. So yeah, don't worry about that. India. Oh my God, we have a lot of Indians right now. Philippines. Oh my God. Oh my God, we have French persons. That's so nice. Are you ready for the Olympics? Waiting for GTA 6. Yeah, everyone is waiting for GTA 6. Do I need to download anything for blah blah? No, you don't, because we're going to use a repo and we're going to use Raplets right now. Oh my God, Apex Legends persons. I used to play a lot Apex Legend. I'm not that into Apex Legend that much, but I used to be playing a lot Apex Legends in the nights, like some 3, maybe 4 years ago. But I'm super rusty there. Anyway, let's begin with this because we are wasting a lot of time. Oh my God, person from Nigeria. Is this all in one session? Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of fundamentals in this session. So we're not going to touch any Next.js code today, at least because we need to learn a lot of the basics like JavaScript and things like that. But let's just start with this. We will work with GitHub in this session? Probably, yes. Depends on how much time do we spend learning like all the basics. But yeah, let's just continue with this, right? We're in the run time events, blah, 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 which editor we're going to be using for coding. I personally like to use a lot of GitHub code spaces because I don't need to take care about libraries, about dependencies. If I'm using Windows, Linux, or something like that, it is an homogenized space, so I don't need to take care about anything that I don't want to touch, like libraries or maybe my operating system or things like that, dependencies, like this boring stuff that we don't need to take care about because we do want to learn just how to code. So that is where are we going to take care of today. But before doing all that stuff, let's just begin with this and let me just share my screens. Sorry, one of my pills. What up? Yeah, let me just share my screen to show you my slides. And my first question will be, how's everyone doing? Are you passing a good morning, a good night? Which time is it where you are? And the other stuff is, have you ever been in another stream with me, or is this the first time you're watching me here on MLH? Is this your first session with David? And yeah, my name is David. My name is David. However you want to pronounce it, and we're going to be learning a lot today. So it is so nice to be here with you. Give me just 1 minute so I can load my slides because it is taking me forever. Uh, you should be seeing my slides right now. Oh my god, first time. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, so you should be seeing my slides right now, I think. Oh my god, it's not this one. Oh, wait, give me just 1 minute because my slides are just exploding. In the meantime, I know that there are a lot of persons from India. Um, there is one question that I have, and where are you? Where are you? Uh, uh, uh. There are you. There you are. So my first question is, what is the difference between paratha and tepla? Because I have one Indian Rumi who is always telling me that there are a lot of Indian bread types, and he's always talking about that tepla and paratha are the best Indian breads that you can ever eat. But I don't know if that is true or if the how's it called? Batura. How's it pronounced? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, there you are. But yeah, what is the difference? Like, are there some are like super different, or like which one is like better? Is paratha or tepla? Paneer paratha? What is paneer paratha? Is it like a type of bread? Paratha has difference. Paratha is basically just made of flour and may have some fillings, but tepla is made of whole grain. Oh my god, that is so cool. So is tepla more fit than paratha? Oh my god. I think I've just started like a war here. Have you? I'm sorry if this is taking me forever. I know that this is taking me forever, but I don't know why I cannot like open my slides here in StreamYard. This is taking forever. I think you should be seeing them now. Don't worry about these slides. We're just going to reuse some slides that we have been using in previous streams. But this is not going to be the topic of today because this is the past some slides that we use on previous Volo Hack Beats. But I like to use these slides because it takes a lot of topics that we're going to be using, like is TypeScript and things like that, things that we're going to do today for learning fundamentals. So yeah, we're going to be looking at that. But yeah, welcome to the first stream with me. My name is David Lazaro. You can tell me David, Lazaro, Lazarito, however you want to call me. I'm a coach here at MLH. This is my maybe 12, 13 Lava Hack week. I think it's like my 15th Lava Hack week right now. But yeah, I've been here on the MLH like more than a year. I'm also a software developer engineer at Aspen Tech, which is like a company that makes software for industries. And when I'm talking about industries, it's like petroleum, electricity, chemistry industry, and things like that. So you don't need to. Oh yeah, you're not seeing my slide, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, you should be seeing it now. Yeah, you should be seeing it. Let me know if you can see it, so I make 100% sure that I'm not making some mistakes right now. And oh my god, yeah, there are some persons that are saying paratha are the best, and some persons that are saying that other kind of breads are the best. But yeah, continuing with my presentation, I was also a GitHub Campus expert when I was a student. I just graduated, past year on December. I graduated from college. I love hackathons. Hackathons are my thing. I'm the founder of one hackathon on the north of Mexico called Tigre Hacks. Uh, if you know the word, don't know the word tigre, it is the word that we use in Spanish for tigers. And a tiger is like the mascot of my university or the university or the college where I studied. But yeah, I love hackathons. I love being in the hackathon community. This is why I'm here on MLH. I love hackathon. I love the hacker community, teaching some stuff that are super interesting in every way, in every topic. I always love to learn new things and to teach them. And I was also once upon a time, like 2 years ago, like 2022 or something like that, a fellow on the MLH fellowship at Meta on the production engineer batch. It was a super great experience. I totally encourage you, if you want to apply to the MLH fellowship, please apply to the MLH fellowship. And also, if you have some questions about the MLH fellowship, you can send me a message on LinkedIn or in some other of my social media that I'm going to be sharing the links that you can use for just contacting me. And currently, I'm building a tech startup, research tools, and some stuff that I think I'm not able to talk about. And if you're seeing these two characters and you don't know who they are, they're called Pompompurin, and the other one is called Snoopy. Those are my two best favorite characters in all the world. They're like my alter egos. So yeah, let's just begin with this. So again, if you want to contact me in any social media, you can contact me on X or on GitHub or on LinkedIn. If you have some questions about building your first hackathon, getting to MLH fellowship or something like that, how to apply, how to land maybe a fellowship internship alternative or something like that, some recommendations, please contact me on LinkedIn or contact me on X. I think I have open messages, or I don't know if Twitter/X has changed that. But yeah, just send me a message and I would love to help you with whatever you want to learn. So yeah, what are we going to build today? Today, or in this session, we're going to be using Next, React, TypeScript, and some more tools that for JS and TS, and also for React that we're going to be using for building a voting system for voting or letting us know what does the person thinks about some specific stuff in real time. So this is going to be super awesome, and it is super related to Web3 because we're going to learn how to also make that each vote is a unique vote and cannot be falsificated or copied. So for that, we're going to use smart contracts if we have time. If not, we're going to be just focusing on building our UI and making our UI to work. So yeah, so things we're going to be learning today: what is React? What is Next.Js? What is TypeScript? What is the difference between React and Next? Basics of CSS, basics of JS. What is ES6 and things like that. So we're going to be learning a lot. I don't think we're going to cover everything today, but don't worry about it. We have enough time for checking everything and all the stuff that we have here. So yeah, let's jump into it. So let's start by first understanding what is React. So React is a really popular JavaScript library for building interfaces, particularly for web applications developed and maintained by Facebook/Meta. Uh, and also, React allows developers to create interactive UI components that can dynamically update based on changes to data without the need to reload the entire page. So I think there were some persons who were saying that they know Flutter, but they don't know anything about Next.js or something like that. Don't worry about it. If you know some basics of maybe Flutter, like how buttons work and how things work, it is some kind of similar how we handle states, values, and things like that in Flutter. So if you have worked before with UIs or with HTML or with mobile developing or things like that, you're going to be familiar with a lot of topics that we're going to be touching. So don't worry about it. You don't need to understand anything about React, JavaScript, or things like that. So yeah, one of React key features is that it is a component-based architecture. So when we're talking about components, it is like some reusable code that we use for managing our state, managing our code, managing how the things are inside. And a component is not more than functions in an HTML way. It is a combination between HTML, JavaScript, and more stuff that you, for now you don't need to understand. But yeah, we can build super complex UI things and UI systems that users can work without any problem and in a super easy way. And as you can see here, this can be a component like the hello world component that we saw before. Like as you can see here, in this first code, we have a React DOM that render that uses React data strict mode, and inside of the is a hello world. So that hello world is that we what we call a component, and that hello world as a component, you can see it right now. There is a function that returns a div, and that div has inside some headers and some in a paragraph that says this is a simple React component. So yeah, as you can see here, React uses a lot of stuff like JavaScript, DOMs, objects, and things like that. For now, again, you don't need to understand anything of it. But just some fun fact, React uses virtual DOM or document object model to efficiently update the UI. This has changed in React 19. I think this is like a new React stuff that React now has a compiler. So I think it now doesn't uses like a lot of the DOM. Like it now uses more the compiler to actually render the DOM. So yeah, and again, you don't need to understand anything of this and ignore all my comments and stuff like that. But but yeah, for now. So yeah, you used to use a lot of the DOM, and it creates slight representation of the DOM in memory and compares it with the actual DOM to determine the minimal set of changes needed to update the UI. So React main languages are JS and TS, or JavaScript and TypeScript, which are like the primary languages that React applications uses. All like usually, TypeScript TypeScript is gaining a lot of terrain right now on React development, and also not just in React, in all of the frameworks of JavaScript, or for front end frameworks like Vue, like Angular, like React, Astra, and some other stuff that we're using, because it has some type indentation and some increasingly um, type check for each one of the variables that we have, for example, and it makes our code a little bit more readable. Not well, not a little bit, like more readable, and also we are taking care of not having a lot of bugs or some potential errors that we have used to have a lot with JavaScript. But yeah, don't worry about this. We're going to be learning right now what is JavaScript, and what you need to understand right now is that JavaScript has some stuff called ES6 or ECMAScript 6, which is the sixth edition of ECMAScript standard, which is a specification that JavaScript is based on. And ES6 introduced many new features that we're going to be checking out right now to the language, significantly improving the expressiveness, readability, and developer productivity. Some key features introduced in ES6 include outer functions, the structuring, let counts, and more, that are some kind of ways to declare a variable on JavaScript. So for now, let's just first learn how to use JavaScript and some basics of JavaScript. So you can forward the next replit. Let me just share with you this link that I have right here. Uh, Let me just copy the link so I can send it to you. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. There you go. You should be seeing it now. So if you click into this link, you should be seeing a replit like this one. Just click on the fork button. You're going to be seeing, you first need to create a new replit account. Replit is just like an online code editor, or yeah, like a code environment, like it could be called spacers or stack blitz or some other pages that allows us to run code in our browser. So that is Replit. We're going to be using Replit right now for creating our page and to understand a little bit more about JavaScript. So let me just open my session real quick. I'm going to share this tab again. Let me just share super quick this. Give me just 1 minute. Hmm. Yeah, you should be seeing it now. Well, as you can see here, this is your Replit environment, and let me know if you can. Yeah, you should fork it right now so you can. So you can run the code that we have right there, and also so you can just see all the files in your side. So let me know if this size is all right, or if you need me to just zoom a little bit the page so you can see it like maybe a little bit better. Is this better? Can you see it right now? Everything? Um, okay, I'm going to assume that this size is good for you. So yeah, let's just begin by understanding how Replit works. So for example, let me just go to the first file. Let me see Hello World, for example. So the first file that we're going to be taking a look into it is Hello World. How can you select this file? Is just by opening the files menu, which is this one at the left side of your screen, and selecting Hello World. Just click into Hello World, and you're going to be seeing this console.log Hello World. And how you can run this code is by just clicking into this green button, like a play button. Just click on it, and a console is going to be your model is going to be run. And if it is not running like that, just let me take care of fixing that. Blah 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 blah. Files, tools, AI. Where are you? Shell. There you are. Let me just do express, not like no hello world .js. There you go. Okay, so how we are going to run this stuff right now is going to be in the next way. First step, go into this menu that is right here. Why can I not? Oh, there you go. Go to this menu. Where are you? Oh my god. I think I'm tripping right now. Format hello world. Yeah, I'm total tripping. I don't know what did I did. Tools. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you should be seeing two menus right now. One of them is called Files, and the other one is called Tools. And in Tools, go down and search for the Shell option. Shell is just a terminal that we have, and we're going to have a full terminal right here. This terminal works as a Linux terminal or like as a Linux machine. So if you run any Linux command like I don't know, maybe ls, you're going to be seeing like a list of all the files that we have currently. And if you want to run a function or I'm sorry, a file, just do the keyword node and execute the file that you want. In this case, I'm going to run the hello world.js file. And as you can see here, we're just going to be printing hello world. But yeah, anyway, so JavaScript has a lot of things that we're going to be watching today. But the first one that we're going to see is how to print things on the console. And a console is what we call like the part where we print results. And what actually a console is this that you should be seeing on your browser. Browser. console. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's not this one, but this one. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Let me just open this image in a new tab. And yeah, this is a console. If you right click into any page and go to the to developer tools, you should be seeing a menu like not like this, but with a lot of HTML code. There is one menu that says console, and because JavaScript was created mainly for the web and for browsers integrate a lot of developer tools that you can be using for doing a lot of stuff. One of them is printing results, printing variables, debugging, and things like that that you can see if you go to the console. And in some pages, maybe if you go to Facebook or maybe if you go to Instagrams or some of those pages and you access to the console, you're going to be seeing you're going to see like a big message that says something like if someone told you to execute that code here, it may be malicious or something like that, and things like that. We can have access to them in a repo. Uh, just right click into any other part that is not the code editor, and if not, just open another page. And you should be seeing it right now. We're supposed to do Next.Js. Yeah, we're going to do Next.js, not in this session, but in the other one. Today, we're going to learn the fundamentals of React and JavaScript. So yeah, first thing, so yeah, this is the console, and that is why we use console.log, is because we want to print some stuff right here. As you can see here, each part of the console, whenever we're printing, we are actually selecting a new line, and it is called a log because it is like the log information that we're logging to the console. So yeah, that is why it's called console log. But yeah, let's just first start by understanding how to declare variables in JavaScript. So JavaScript has a lot of things to do with Java with variables, and we have some data types that we can be using. For now, we're just not going to see a lot of data and variables. We're just going to I'm just going to show you like the basic stuff, like for example, how to declare variables, how to declare a boolean, a string, a number, things like that. For example, we have some keywords like let, bar, and const. Let's call this variable hackers, and it's going to be David and Alberto. And let's call another variable, I don't know, maybe hippos. This is going to be equal to big hippos. These are two different strings that we are using right now. As you can see here, we have three ways for declaring variables in JavaScript. The first one is called bar. This, for now, you don't need to understand what is the difference between these three ones for now, because we're going to see it in the next files that we're going to be taking a look. But what you need to understand is that in JavaScript, we have just like a difference between other languages is that JavaScript has not that much of data types. For example, we have just numbers, we have uh, strings, and also we have booleans. But besides that, as you can see here, so for example, this integer, besides it being an integer, is called a number. And if this number, like 1999, 99.99 is a floating point number, but JavaScript interprets this like as a number. So if we run this, if we run node variables.js, you're going to be seeing that a number is interpreted as a number besides it being an integer or a float. And a string is always going to be interpreted as a string, and booleans are going to be always interpreted as booleans. We have also some other data types like undefined. We also have nulls. Also, we have symbols, which we're not going to touch today. But also another super important two data types that we can have right here is objects and also arrays. A cool thing, or not that cool thing, is that JavaScript interprets everything as an object. For example, this object is like in other languages a dictionary, maybe, or maybe a map or another map or what you want to call it. This map has some information inside of it. Like for example, age has integer information, last name has a string, and first name has a string. So JavaScript interprets all this stuff as an object, but also arrays are interpreted as objects. So as you can see here, we can declare a lot of variables. We can declare arrays. We can declare objects. We can declare nulls, undefined. We can declare a lot of data types, but most of them are going to be interpreted as objects. So that is some weird stuff about JavaScript, but we like it that way. Don't worry about it. You don't need to understand why this happens. But yeah, this is how we interpret all the stuff right on JavaScript. So just quick reminder: we have hacker, we have hypos. Both of them are strings. We also have numbers. We also have booleans. We also have undefined, and undefined is something that is not declared with a value. And nulls are just if you come from a Python background, it is unknown. But a null is a variable that has a space on. It's a variable that has an space in memory, but doesn't have an actual value like undefined. But the problem with undefined is that, for example, we have a variable that is declared and it actually has a value, but it is an empty space on memory. So yeah, we're just going to be seeing that it goes super weird, and you're not seeing the screen, right? Uh, yeah, I'm so sorry for that. I think you should be seeing it right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry for that. But we were taking a look inside variables.js, and pretty much we were taking a look inside the kind of data that exists in the variables that we can declare on JavaScript. Just running again super quick, we have three kind of ways to declare, or three keywords on JavaScript to declare a variable. The first one is the keyword bar. The second one is cons, and the third one is let. Um, for now, you don't need to understand what this is the difference between these three ones, because we're going to see them in another file. But yeah, we have some kind of data right here on JavaScript. A difference with C++ or Java or something like that, we don't have that much data type. We just have numbers, we have strings, booleans, undefined, objects, functions, and symbols. But yeah, for example, we have floating points, we have integers like in other languages, but they're just interpreted as numbers. And for example, dictionaries or objects are interpreted as objects, and arrays are also interpreted as objects. So yeah, it is really weird. But yeah, moving on. So we don't waste a lot of time. Let's just try to see how we declare if statements on JavaScript. For example, here we declare a variable called score. If the score is greater than 75, then we're going to pass a console log called passed. And another example is just an if-else statement. It says if the score is more than or equal than 90, we're going to say excellent job. If not, good job, but you can do better, and so on, so on, so on. What you want to understand, what I want you to understand is that we work with if statements and with if-else statements and with conditional statements as the same way that we use in some other languages like C++, like C or like Java. So we don't have some weird stuff. We just kept some operator that is kind of weird, but it actually makes a lot of sense. It is the three equals operator. But besides that, it is super equal than other languages. So if you want to give it a try, give it a try. It should not be that much difference besides some other languages. But yeah, the third conditional is a conditional that besides checking the value, it also checks the kind of data that we're taking a look into. Um, when I'm talking about the kind of data, is the actual data type. Like data type is same kind of data. Like for example, we have number of hackers, which is 50. We have a string of hackers, which is we should be a string like that. I'm sorry. So for example, we have an if that says if number of hackers if is equal to a string of hackers, then print console logs, same kind of data. But if not, print different kind of data. So if we run this, how's this go? If it's statements, note if that statement that js would oh what just happened? I don't know what is going on right now. Why is it if statements? Oh, it's called if it's statement. Oh yeah, if statement. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there you go. So sorry for that. Yeah, so if we print this, we're going to see that the last message is different kind of data. But if we modify this and we change this string of hackers to an actual number, we're going to see that we are actually having same kind of data. So the purpose of having a third equal is just comparing also the data type of the two variables or values that we want to compare. So it is it is similar to just having two equals. The only difference is that we're comparing also the kind of data. So this being clear, let's move on into for loops. The for loops are super equal. We have like a for, like in other language like C++ or Java. So we have the first. So we have a for that is separated in three parts. The first one is the variable that is going to start from, for example, in this case is I, and we have a condition. While I is less or equal to 5, then increment in 1 ri, right? And for each time, just uh, print the number of I, right? Also, we can, so I think this is super straightforward. It is super similar like other languages. So the only thing that you need to understand is that we declare the for keyword, and inside of it we open some parentheses, and with those parentheses we start the three blocks part. The first block is the variable that we're going to declare. The second one is the conditional. The third one is the amount of values that we're going to increment in our variable that is going to be incrementing. And then inside of it, we can do whatever we want. We also can iterate over arrays or over some other stuff that we want to iterate over. Like for example, let's say that we have an array of fruits called apple, banana, cherry, and date. So for each fruit that we have, just iterate over the fruits array and print the value of the position where our iterator is at. So on the first position, being equal to zero, is going to print apple. Then is going to increment in 1 is going to print banana, and the other one is going to be cherry, and the other one is going to be date. But yeah, and the only thing that we're doing here is we're iterating from 0 to the length of the size of the fruits array and we're going to increment on one for each time that the for loop is going to be incrementing. And yeah, here's just a quick example of how to use for loops on JavaScript, like for calculating the total sum, and how to nest a for loop for display the multiplication table up to 5 times 5. And also we can use it for reverse string and for more stuff. If you want to deep dive into it, you can just take a look into it. I'm going to continue because we have no much time there. But yeah, let's just go into switch cases maybe. Switch cases are super cool, like other languages, like just having a variable and just want to have a switch case for that variable. We're going to have like all the cases that we have, like case Apple. We're going to have a case where Apple is going to be a string, and we're going to print apple is red if it is apple. If not, we're going to print banana. If not, cherry. If not, the other one, right? A default one. So yeah, as you can see here, switch just opens the keyword, and inside two parentheses, we're going to put the thing that we want to compare or check the case that actually can respond. We're going to use the case keyword. We're going to pass the case. It can be boolean, it could be a string, it could be a value, whatever you want to put there. And if the case is correct, or if the case appears, then do whatever you want, and then use the keyword break to just stop checking the cases that we have. So there's an example that you can take a look into it, like using a switch statement to multiply cases for the same code block, like this one, like for return the days of the week, return if it is weekend, or if it is a weekday, or if it is an invalid day, depending on the value that we have. Alrighty. So yeah, there are some cases that you can take a look if you want, but let's just jump into while loops so we can just go a little bit faster. And then in like while loops are straightforward as some other languages like C++ or Java. Um, we have the while condition. We have the while keyword, and inside two parentheses we have a condition. While 5 is while I is less or equal than 5, then console log or print the number that I is equal to. So for example, in this example one, I is equal to 1, and for each time that I is less or equal than 5, I is going to print its value, and also is going to increment its value in 1. There's some other example, like using a while loop to prompt for the user input until the value response is given. Also, we have using a while loop to find the first negative number in an array. We're iterating over the array in array length, and we're also iterating with two conditions. So while the index is less than the length of the array, and numbers of index is greater than 0, then print everything that you want. And as you can see here, how this is going to work is just, hey, is the index, in this case being equal to 0, less than the length of the array? Yes, it is. And the second comparison is the value of the position of the the value of the position of index in numbers is greater or equal to 0. So 3 is going to be equal and greater than 0. So 3 is greater, so it is positive. So we're going to increment index in 1. So index is going to be 1 now. So now we're going to compare 5, then we're going to compare 8, then we're going to compare 13, and after everything, we're going to compare with -1. So while an index is being less than numbers that length, numbers of index is not greater or equal than 0. So it is -1. So this condition breaks, and the while is going to end. And we're going to print the first negative number found at index. When then we print the index, it's going to be the one with the value, and then we're going to print the value of it. There are some more cases that you can take a look for understanding a little bit more about while. while loops and do whiles. But for now, we're not going to take a look into it. We are going to continue with array and maps. That blah blah blah. This array, yeah, it is. But yeah, let's just jump into functions. No, we're going to cover JS and basics of JSX for today, and the next session is going to be. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not reading a lot of the comments. I want this to go super fast as I can, but let me just read the chat so I can everything so I can talk with you a little bit. So again, so sorry for the screen being frozen. Can I see these streams after because my end semester? Yeah, you can do it. Just for every stream that you want to watch on the MLH, just go to our Twitch channel and go to the past videos. I don't. Yeah, I think it is just a menu called videos, or maybe it is a menu called recordings or something like that. Click into it and just take a look into all our videos and sessions that we have recorded from previous streams. You can see it wherever you want, however you want, at the amount of hours that you want or time you want. So yeah, just do it however you want to be learning. Um, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, on JavaScript. Well, this is not that correct. I want you to, for now, don't take much care of the keywords like bar and cons because there's some file that we're going to be using for understanding that. But yeah, you're correct. We do not need to specify the data type. JavaScript is going to actually interpret it. It's going to interpret it like automatically depending on the value that you're giving to the variable. Like if you put that, for example, age is equal to 35, um, JavaScript is going to interpret that value has a data type of number. But if you change that to a string, like the word 51 or the word 13 or something like that, it's going to interpret that value as a string. So yeah, you don't need to specify the data type. Um, yeah, we're just going to cover JS and React fundamentals. This repo will look for revision, blah, 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 blah. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so give me just 1 minute because there's some angry dog that I want you to introduce to you. Give me just 1 minute because this dog is super angry. Okay, so I beg your pardon, but you really need to see this. This is a super angry dog that you need. Say hi to Robin, like Batman and Robin. So say hi to Robin. He's a super angry dog that you should be seeing right now. His name is Robin, and he was like punching my doors super hard. But yeah, so sorry for the interruption. It was like a super important thing that you need to know because he's the one who's like interrupting me, not me. Yeah, he wants a lot of attention. He's usually like that. Like in like the most important sessions, he's always looking for attention. Like he's right here. He's angry. He's an angry and icky beagle. Give me just 1 minute so I can take care of him. Okay, I'm back. So sorry for that. Like, it was a big old emergency. But yeah, let's continue with this. Okay, so we have just covered 1 hour. So what do you think if we take 5 minutes and go for to take some cookies, some water, whatever you want to grab, like a cup of coffee? And yeah, console log is the same as print. It's the same exactly concept. It is like printf or cout or print in Python. Like it is the same thing. But yeah, you can think of console log like print. Is it like the starter kit? I don't understand that. Everyone being super into Robin. Oh my god, we have a Spanish person. We have a Spanish speakers. That's so cool. Wait, are you a Spanish speaker or just like type how to say hello in Spanish so Robin can understand to you? Yeah, just let's just have 5 minutes and we'll be back. And so yeah, let's just grab some cup of coffee, some water, and we'll be. I knew it. I knew it. But yeah, let's just go for some water and we'll be back in 5 minutes. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. See ya. And we are back. You should be seeing me. You should be seeing me right now. Yep, here we are. There you go. So let me know if you are back or if you need more time so you can finish your coffee or if we can just continue. In the meantime, let me just keep asking more questions to my Indiana fellows. And I want to know so bad. How is this called? Like, what is like? How's this called? Like, I've seen a lot of TikToks of this thing, but I don't really know how's this called. Uh, I think you should be seeing it right now. Yep, you should be seeing it right now. What is this like? How's this called? Is it a bowl? Is it like flour? Is it like some kind of special dish? I've seen it in a lot of videos, but I don't know what it is. Is it filled with something? Is it empty? Does it have like something inside of it, or is it just like an empty flower with some with something? Uh, panipuri, panipuri, panipuri. Oh my God, there you are, panipuri. Okay. Oh, is it like fried bread? Well, it says here pan frito India, which is like Indian fried bread. I'm not saying that is what this was translation says to Spanish, but what like is it like flour? It's made of wet flour. You fill it with mashed potatoes and then add sour and sweet serious water, and it's delicious. Yeah, it looks delicious to be honest. It looks like super good. Like I don't know if this is like some kind of salad, but like this thing looks like lemon with cilantro or something like that. I don't know what it is, but that looks so good. Like everything that is green looks always good. Uh Also this looks like I don't know. This is like a is it like some kind of a spicy salsa or something like that? Um, cool. That is so cool. But like it is always like the same flower, or is like do we have like different flowers? Because like this one looks like more orangey that this one, for example. But yeah, I don't know anything about this, but it looks so good to be honest. Oh what? Oh my God, so cool. And other question. Because I really want to know this. Let me just see this. Where you are. I think it's this one. Is this one? I want to see if this is like a certified Indian dish or if this is from some other part. Mm, where you are, where you are, where you are. Okay, I'm going to show you a photo. Please don't kill me if this is not an Indian dish. Um, okay, this one. What are those? Like are again like rice with Like, is that cilantro? Is that rice? Is that like some flour chips or something like that? Oh, right. It was. Yeah, I'll definitely try one when I come back to Mexican City. Oh, nice. It wasn't. Oh my God, nice. Chad. And what is chad? Like, is again like papat. Oh, the chips are called papat, and the whole dish is called chad. Is it chad or is it chad or like what? So in this dish called chad, papdi chad, and that's Indian. Oh my God, yeah, so cool. Tricky, you can be doing blah 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 blah. Oh my God, nice. Thank you so much. Is it pronounced Ridwi Tribedi? Ridwik Tribedi. Thank you so much, Ridwik. Some onion and namkin buhia and Coradian sprinkled all over it. Okay, I'm going to assume that I know what namkin buhia is. I'm so sorry if I don't understand what it is, but that's some good start for start googling everything. Namkin buhia, namkin buhia. Oh, is it like a seed? Oh yeah, I see it. It's a seed. Oh, is it like this thing, but like dried? That looks so cool. That looks something that you can just snack over and over and over it. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, so free. I'm so sorry. Yeah, uh, I'm so sorry. What is this? Oh my god, that looks like chips. Okay, yeah. Enough of being hungry and just making everyone hungry. Thank you so much for all the Indians in the chat for helping me to understand um, for to understand more about Indian dishes. I wanted to know a lot of it or like the ingredients of them. So I'm never like you're going to kill me, but there are a lot of Indian restaurants on Mexico City, and I've never tried one of them. The other day I saw a picture of something that looks so good. I think it was like a garlic with like garlic butter naan. Uh like garlic butter naan. Something like this. Oh my god, it looks so tasty. Like my roomie is my roomie on India is my roomie on Mexico City is Indian, and he's called Sachin Kumar. But I don't remember from which region of India he is. But yeah, the other day he showed me a picture of the butter naan, and that looks so goated. Like that looks so goated, and this thing I don't know if it is like chicken masala or chicken tikka masala, but that looks so good, man. Like that looks so good. Oh, is it butter chicken? Oh my god, so good. I have had it, but I want to have it again. And picture and Google description were good. Oh my god, butter naan with butter chicken. Oh my god, yeah, that looks so good. Yeah, so sorry. It's my bad. So sorry, Amdex. Uh, but yeah, I really wanted to show you what how the man looked like. But yeah, let's just start because this is getting super bad and super slow. So yeah, let's just continue with the class. MDX is super rad. So yeah, let's just continue with this. So we were taking a look inside functions, declarations inside JavaScript, and we can see right now how functions are declared by just taking a look inside the first example. And the first example is, oh yeah, and you can take a look inside this file. So you can take a look inside functions.js on your file folder on your replit. So yeah, how we declare functions on JavaScript is just by declaring the keyword function. If you come from a Python background, you're going to see that we're not using the def keyword. Instead of using the def keyword, we use the function keyword. And after that, we use the grid, I mean, the name of the function with a parenthesis on the right. And after that, we open a bracket with all the things that we want that a function to do. So in this case, we have a basic function declaration called with a function called grid. And whenever we are going to call this function, like grid in the two parentheses, we're going to call that function and it's going to console log hello world, or in other words, it's going to print a hello world. But we also can pass arguments or parameters to our function. So for example, we can pass a parameter like name of a person maybe. And let's modify our first grid function to say hello function. So instead of greeting a hello world, it says hello plus name plus the admiration. Oh my god, I forgot how this is called. Yeah, I totally forgot how this is called. But yeah, like just read up the name of a person. But also we can do some other stuff like returning the the sum of two variables. Like maybe we want to have the result of 5 plus 3 or 3 plus 5 or whatever you want. So we're going to create a function that calculates the the sum of two numbers. So we're going to call our function add, and we're going to pass two parameters, a and b, and we're going to return a plus b. So yeah, let's just say that sum is equal to add 5 comma 3, that is going to be 5 plus 3. So if we console log sum, we're going to call the function and store the result on the sum variable. And sum variable is going to return to us 8. We also can use a local variable, or this is where our variables are going to take a differentiation if we use let or var or const. The difference between let, var, and const is between the scopes of them. So for example, if we have a variable called h, sorry, var h is equal to 20, and we try to access to h right here, and we modify h. If we end this and console log the h of like the variable h is going to be modified. But if we try to access to auto h, we're going to receive an error right here. So for example, if we do console that log auto h, we're going to see that even our code editor doesn't recognize the function, or I mean the variable. Why is that? This is going to return an error. Why is that? It's because let actually have a scope. And what is a scope? It's basically the code block or the section in our code with it was declared. So for example, we have adult h, which is inside our function check h, and we can use our adult h variable like inside our check h, or if we pass adult h as a parameter to a function inside check h, like I don't know, maybe where is it? Right here. Maybe we declare that something like another function, and we pass adult h as a parameter. we're going to be able to still use adult age right here, or if we called another function right here, like a and return something right here, and we try to access to adult age, you're going to see that we are actually able to call adult age. But the problem comes when we try to exit our code block of change age, of adult age. Sorry, no, yeah, the section of check age. We are out of the scope with our variable was called. So we try to log adult age right here, or even access. See if I try to access to adult age in my code editor, like adult age, my code editor actually finds the variable. But the problem is that if I go out of the scope of the function, adult age doesn't even exist. Like my code editor cannot find it. So yeah, that is the main difference between let and bar, and also can't have the same concept, but we're going to see it like later. So yeah, you can see like more examples of how to use function right here. You can take it a deep dive into it. So we're going to continue to now go again into the differences between bar and let and const. So we already saw bar. Bar is a global scope. You can use it whenever you want, however you want, and like in some other parts. So let me just read the comment. So here don't declare the returning data type, rather we use a keyword function. Yeah, in JS and in Python we don't. Actually, on TypeScript we do, and in JS we have some kind of documentation that we can use, but not actually for compilating things. Like it's more for developer documentation, so we understand what does a function returns and what does a function receives as a value. So they're called docstrings, and we're not going to cover them, but there's a page that I want to show you. JS docstring. It's called JS docs. Mm-mm-mm. There you are. So for example, tutorials and blah blah blah, JS docs, backtext, access, command JS classes. Models, no, no, no. Yeah, so for example, if we have a function like get x in this case, yeah, this page is called JS docs, and JS docs is like the way that we use on JavaScript for using documentation, so we can make more readable or a little bit better for developers, so it is easier to understand what are we receiving and what are we returning on our functions. So for example, we have a function called book with a title and an author, but we don't know what if title is an ID or if title is a string or something like that. So that is why we use JS docs, so we can actually understand a little bit more about which kind of data are we expecting to receive as a parameter. So for example, we have param string title, the title of a book, param string author, the author of the book. So yeah, pretty much that is why we use JS docs, so we can understand a little bit more of what are we receiving, what are expecting to return. It is a mess sometimes, and that is why TypeScript was created. But yeah, let's just continue with this. So yeah, this is the scope of bar. Bar is a global, so we can use it anywhere. Let, in the other side, in the other hand, changes depending on the scope that it has. So for example, inside of this, if we can use let, but if we go out of this, like for example, we want to try to run this console log, we're going to have a uncaught reference error because block scope let is not is outside. We're trying to use it outside of the scope that it was declared. So we're not going to be able to abuse it. And the other part is a constant. So, for example, we have a constant value. So that is why we use const. So, for example, const is a constant. It is a value that cannot be changed. So, for example, if we try to use this to initiate a value called constant, like constant value, we're going to initiate it with as a string, like this cannot be changed. And if we try to change the value of it, like constant value changes or is equal to trying to change, we're going to receive an error because we are trying to modify something that is immutable, something that is should not be changed. We but it works kind of weird because we actually can modify array contents, but we cannot modify the value of an array. So, for example, if we want to clear the array value as an empty array, we're going to have another error because we're trying to mutate the value of something. We can push or pop elements from an array, but we cannot modify the actual value of our array. Like maybe we want to try to modify this array so it converts into a matrix instead of an array. So that is going to have or give us an error maybe. But if we try to just push a new array, it is going to be acceptable. So yeah, it is kind of weird. Mm, Let me just read the chat. Blah, blah. Like right now in the code, on the screen, each function is starting with the function keyword. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's just continue with this. We're almost finished. So we already saw let bar whilst force. We're almost finished. We just need to understand a little bit more about arrays. So let's assume that we have an array like numbers that is an array full of numbers like in other languages. So we declare it with just the two brackets like this, like square brackets. Sorry. So let's just assume that we have numbers and um, we want to have the square value of each one of the values right here. So for doing that, we can do it in a lot of ways. Like for example, we can do a for loop, we can do a for each, we can do some stuff right here, but maybe we want to actually use the array that we're going to be receiving from the function map. Map actually is a function that can run another function for each element of the array. So for example, here on this squares function that we declare, we create a new variable called squares, and we say that square is going to be the variable who's going to store the value of a new array. And this new array is going to be equal to numbers that map. And for each element inside of the array, we're going to run another function that is going to receive the number that we're actually iterating over, that in this case is number, and we're going to return the square value of number, that is number times number. So if you don't understand it, it's basically, okay, for each element of the array, and the first element, I'm going to return 1 times 1, which is 1. Then I'm going to iterate over the next element, which is 2, 2 times 2. And for each result, I'm going to be building a new array. So the first time, I'm going to build 1, the second time 4. So the third time, I'm going to return 3 times 3, 3 times 3. So I'm going to return 9, then 16, and then 25, right? But this is going to be a new array. We're not going to touch this one. We're actually going to build a new array. That is what map returns. Map returns an array of objects or an array of elements um, with a function run by over each element of the original array. So yeah, if we try to lock the values of the new element, so if we try to log out squares, we're going to receive this array like this. but it's going to be different from numbers. It's not going to be the same value being modified, you know? So also we can use map to convert an array of strings to uppercase. So for example, here Alice is lowercase, Bob is lowercase, and Carl is lowercase. So if we try to have a use to create another array called uppercase names, we're going to have a new array called maybe uppercase names. So we're going to receive Alice, Bob, Carl, and it's going to be a new array. We're not going to touch the array of names. But for each element, we're going to run the name to uppercase function. So we're going to uppercase all the letters of each name, and we're going to return that as an element to our new array that we have just created. So we can use it also over objects, so we can extract a specific property from an array of objects. So if we want just to create an array with the names of each one of the persons who are in this object of users, maybe we want just to create an array of unique names, maybe. So we can run a new function or a new map array. We can declare it to just take the names of the users inside the array of objects that we have right here. So we're just going to return user.name for each element inside this array of objects. So the first time we're going to access this, so user is going to be equal to this object. So we're going to return user.name, that is just this part, name Alice. And we're going to return the value of user.name. So that is Alice, and we're going to return these values are going to be Alice, Bob, and Carol. So yeah, pretty much. There are a lot of more examples that you can take a look into it. But just to make a quick reminder, the map function actually creates a new array, and that new array is going to run a function inside. I mean, the new array is going to be the result of running a function on each element of the original array that we're iterating over. Okay, yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, let's just take a look inside of it again. Okay, so how this works? Map here, right here. The map returns a new array that run a function over original array of an original array. Let me just change this to return. Okay, yeah, so map returns a new array that runs over a function over each element of an original array. So in this example, let's assume that an original array is just 3, 4, 5, and we want to create a new function called maybe we want a new array is maybe this is called numbers is equal to this, and the new array is going to be square numbers. So what are we going to do is run. It's going to be this, but for doing this, what we're going to do is the first steps are the following ones. Step 1, declare a function. The function that we are gonna run over each element of the original array. So yeah, cool. So the first time, let's assume that we have a function like function square is going to receive a number and is going to return number times number. So in this case, we're going to run over, oh my God, I don't know why did I need, okay, there you go. So in this time, we're going to use the original array numbers that we have right here. And on the first time, our new array is going to be empty, right? The first time is going to be empty. So we're going to run our the first element, right? So, okay, new element, run a square from the first element. Please put a new value inside of the square numbers, and that value is going to be the result of passing 3 to the function square. In okay, that is correct, right? We're going to pass 3, and what is going to be the result of 3 times 3? We're going to return 3 times 3, that is going to be equal to 9, right? So okay, then push a new 9 inside of my array. Okay, cool. Now we're going to move to the next element. Okay, please push a new value inside my square numbers array. That is going to be the result of passing 4 as a parameter to my square function, and then we're going to do the operation of 4 times 4, that is going to be 16, and then we're going to push 16 inside of our array, and finally 5, we're going to pass again. We're going to move to the next element, and then we're going to run the pass to the square function, then parameter 5, or we're going to pass to the square function as a parameter, and we're going to return 5 times 5, that is going to be 25, right? So we're going to push 25 inside our new array. So when do we want to use map? We want to use map when we want to do something with when we want to do something with the results of this new array that we want to build, or maybe we want to do something with the original, and maybe what? Maybe I'm sorry, my eyes are burning right now. Oh my God, so sorry. So sorry for that. Yeah, I'm so sorry. When do we want to use this map array? We want to do this by when we want to actually do something with this array of elements or new elements, or if we actually want to uh, maybe just iterate over some iterator, or if we want to re what? If we want to rewrite the value of our original array with the value of the array map over it. So yeah, it is kind of weird to understand the first time, but don't worry about it. I'm going to pass you a link so you can take a care of it. Oh, blah blah blah. Give me just 1 minute. Mm, no, this is not a map function. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to pass you this link so you can take a little bit of reading of the map function, so you can understand it a little bit better. We don't take a lot of time because we need to continue with this. So yeah, if you want to check them out, like you can give it a try, like as much times as you want. This is going to be super good. It is a really cool lecture. But yeah, we're just going to continue with our replit. Is that all right? Okay, so we already saw map functions. Some other stuff that we need to understand are arrow functions, because this is what a lot of web developers use on React, and is one of the most, well, not most, I don't want to say that it's something new, because it is not new, but it is like almost an standard right now when we're writing JavaScript code. All right. So let's assume that until now, how we declare functions on JavaScript was by using the function keyword, right? Function, add, and we pass the parameters and we return it value, right? But until now, we use the function keyword, right? For whatever we want, function, name, uh, the parentheses, and the brackets, right? Well, the arrow functions are kind of different. Why they are different? They are different because now we can use the constant keyword to declare something that is going to be immutable. Why it's going to be immutable? Because remember, constants cannot change. Whenever they want to be changed, they're going to throw us errors. So this is good because we're going to be able to. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't pass you the link of educative.io. So sorry. There you go. So yeah, constants are immutable. So we're going to be able now to declare a variable, and that variable is going to be equal to what? It's going to be equal to an arrow function, and an arrow function is declared by using parentheses and this arrow that is an equal and a greater than with an open bracket. It can have an open bracket or it cannot, depending on what you want to do. For example, let's say that we want to create a I don't know, a constant called say hello, maybe a square number, square a number is going to be equal to number, and it's going to return number times number. And this is also going to work. Okay, so what is the difference between, for example, square number like this and square a number like this? What is the main difference? The only difference that we're using right here is maybe the brackets, right? But why do we want to use brackets, or when do we want to use brackets? We want to use brackets whenever we are going to execute more than one action inside of this. For example, let's assume that I'm going to console log your original number or original number and the value of it, that is going to be a number. And after this, I'm going to return, I don't know, maybe it's stored in a variable, const squared number. It's going to be equal to number times number, and then console log squared number is equal to squared number, right? And with this, so when you want to execute more than one action inside of your arrow function, you're going to use the brackets. But if you want just to return something, we use the arrow functions because they are created so they return something without the necessity of passing the keyword return, you know. So this is going to actually return to us the value of number times number. So this is good because with this we are able to run more clean code and also more maintainable code that we can use for doing quick actions or making some small stuff without the necessity of building something super big, you know. So yeah, we're just going to run inside of it. This was just one example. Let's look at the basic arrow functions that we're using. So the first example is the basic arrow function. We have the constant grid, and again, we're not using the function keyword anymore. We're using the constant value or the constant keyword, so we can say that, hey, this constant or this value is going to uh, store an arrow function. And this arrow function is the parameters that we want to pass. That is why we use the parentheses. And what are we going to return this with this arrow function? And we're going to return everything that we are going to be running right here, right? In this case, we do not return anything. We just console log hello world. But let's assume that we want an arrow function with parameters, right? We declare a new constant called add, and add receives two parameters, receives a and b, and returns an arrow function that is return the value of a plus b. And after that, we sum our arrow function. Again, let me pass you. Mm, mm, Let me pass you another educative blog so you can take it a look if you do not understand a lot of this. Don't worry about it. It is super normal the first time. But yeah, pretty much our functions work super easily. Like it is just understanding a little bit more about how do we use the function structures. But yeah, pretty much is like declaring the constant. After that, after declaring the constant, declaring the parameters, and after declaring the parameters, deciding what are we going to return? Like, are we going to return like a simple function like a plus b, or are we going to execute a lot of things before returning something or not returning anything, right? So this is a single line arrow function like the one we saw below. Um, because we don't want to do something, we are going to use something called implicit return, which is just passing this empty arrow without the brackets. So we're going to multiply a times b. So we're going to return the value of a times b, right? And after that, we're going to see our function with no parameters. It's the same thing. We're just implicit return a hello like this in the function say hello. So again, there are a lot of more examples that you can take a look into it. But finally, we're just going to learn how to export values. So for exporting values, we can use um, the model export with the follow value that we want to export or the name of the variable, or we can have a model like this file and say at the end of the model export and a bracket with all the things that we want to export, like big number, comma really, big dope number, and small number, right? So we can do it either way. We can have an object at the end of our file with the name of the variables that we want to actually export, or we can just pass the name of pass the keyword export at the left or at the start of the declaration of a new variable. Alrighty. So we also can export functions, we can export variables, we can export objects, we can export data. Don't worry about it. We're going to see it tomorrow in the next section. And finally, how we can import elements when we already export them. We can just use the keyword import, like in Python, like import pandas or import .csv or things like that. But also we can do some things like import, I don't know, a constant like some big number from in the name of our variable, like that export data slash export example, right? So yeah, pretty much is this is using the keyword import, the name of the constant or the function that we want to import, and from where do we want to import it? Like, do we want it from a local file? Do we want it from a third-party file? Do we want it from some other file? So yeah, this is the way how we import things on JavaScript. So I'm so sorry if I took a lot of time talking about Indian food, but we have just so like 5 minutes left. So we're going to leave it right there. And tomorrow we're going to continue with React. Thank you so much for being here all the stream. I had a lot of fun talking with you. Thank you so much for talking with Robin and for meeting Robin. I see that a lot of persons want to know a little bit more about tacos. This is going to be super fun. Tomorrow, we're going to talk a lot about tacos. If you want to be here, be here. If not, don't worry about it. I'll be not mad. Again, here are my links if you want to connect with me. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Blah 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 blah. Oh my god, I cannot find anything. Yeah, here are my links. If you want to take a look inside the contents of previous streams or the content of the repos that we're going to be using in these sections or in these sessions or in the past sessions or in the future sessions, this is my GitHub. All the contents of Go Hub Weeks are there. And also, if you want to talk or you're ask things about the fellowship or things like that, connect with me on LinkedIn and I'll be accepting you super ASAP. And thanks so much for being here with me. Have a nice day. Have a nice night wherever you are from. Thank you so much. And I'll be seeing you on the next session. Have a nice day, night, slash, whatever. See ya. Bye.